What is going on? Hey, Gabriel. Clarissa, hey. AC's Star Bell. Hey, babe. Jariah. Volvo to Love. Hey, babe. What's going on? Vonda Ransom. Hey. Good to see you, Miss Kiki. And I see Denise and El Blunt and Jasmine. Mama 6 Plus. Hey, you guys. Locked Head Boss Lady. What's going on? Say non-vampire hours. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Valika. Hey, James Cleanan had to stop and say, we live, whore. Yes, we are. I did. I done did 2 late night live, so I definitely had to come in and do something at a decent hour. James, I wish you was on RuPaul. So I wish I was going to be on too. Hey, Mina. But it does get started tonight, so make sure y'all got y'all DVRs set or got your time set aside to actually jump in and see what's going on. Sean Sandridge. Hey, babe, how you been? Sean Sandridge is in the house, you guys. For all of you all who don't know Sean, go check out her YouTube channel. It's actually under her name, Sean Sandridge. She's real classy based, as Funky Dineva would say. Yeah, we love Sean. Y'all go check her out. Married to Medicine tonight? Absolutely. Absolutely. Joyce Simmons, I don't know why you think I never speak to you. I always see you. I know you're there. And she's one of my big supporters. Joyce Simmons is always there. So I don't ignore you, darling. Let's see. Oh shoot, I've got to shop quick and get home. Get on home. Don't want to miss a minute of Drag Race. Child, I won't even be here when it airs. I'm going to listen to you talk about Drag Race, James. I will watch if you're on it. Okay? I know that's right, Michelle, my bell. Hey, James, love you, James. I'm here today. I fell asleep on you last night, Regina. That's okay. And we were up till, what was it, 2 o'clock? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, child. How have you been, James? Miles, hey. I met with my careers advisor at college this week, and she made me play this game with cars that has different lines of work on them, and how interested I was in them. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm sure it probably is a help if you're not really sure which way you want to go. Hey, Kwani. Hey, James, you've been doing your live thing lately. Come on now, celebrity. Yeah, well, there's no real there's not a lot of shows on right now, so I have time to pop in and show my face. Locked Head Boss Lady did a super chat, and it reads, James, love you and your advice on my channel. You're welcome, baby. Thank you very much. So, I appreciate you always here watching. So, any way that I could actually help, I will definitely help. So don't ever, question asking me about anything. I'm always there. I'm always available. Hey, Rory, what's going on? I saw the Jay Wilson response to your one gotta go. It was nice. It was. It was. Hey, B-Love. I would totally be here for a James Colwell reality show. Child, that would be interesting. Hey, Christy. Married to Medicine is tonight. I agree with you and Dr. Simone. Child, and it's sad, isn't it? It's sad with Simone. I want her to get through whatever that is and get back to being, the old Simone. Hey, Ms. Booker. How are you? Hey, James, we are the House of Treasure, baby. Loud, live, and in color. Yes, God, Justin. Yes, indeed. The champ is here. Hello, everyone. P.S. James, I'm at work now, but ducked off in a hallway when the notification bell rang. Okay, come on now. So it's live. Justin Sanchez is here too. Hey, I got both my Justins here, honey. What's going on? Happy holidays to you and your family as well, Deidre. I'm actually in the process. Y'all know I'm cooking. I'm multitasking. Cooking too. Hey, Miss Annie. AJ's wrapping up things to leave the office and get the weekend started. Absolutely. Absolutely. James doing lives outside of vampire hours. I am, Sean. I'm trying to balance it. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to really be fair. You know, it's so easy for me to jump on late at night, but I'm trying to be fair. What are you drinking? This is grapefruit juice, pure white grapefruit juice, which is like my favorite. James, are you and Sean Bradley no longer friends? He was your one gotta. He was in your one gotta go. Confused. Why? I like everybody that's in that one gotta go. Ripples and waves. Everybody that was in all of them. Y'all know. I remember in the first one I did. I had Funky Dineva in there, and you all know I love me some Funky Dineva. So yeah, no, me and Sean, we're okay. That didn't have anything to do with anything. And y'all already know I'm not the subliminal queen, honey. Y'all know I would just come and be like, I don't like that motherfucker. Y'all know I would just give it to you, real raw. You say, come out of the closet. Not if you're going to lose your job, honey. Stay on in there. Are we called Jules or Trésors? Y'all are Trésor. It's Trésor. Chez Trésor is us as a whole. You know, Chez means house of. So that's all it is. It's a house of Trésor. And I was kicking that around because I actually had a house of Trésor. And I didn't want to offend any of my old members because that is them no matter what. No matter what house those children went to, they will always be House of Trésor children. So it is what it is. And that's why I was just explaining, like, it was a whole family vibe that I actually had. And that's the same vibe that I actually have with you all. So I didn't see a problem. After I really thought about it, I didn't see a problem with it because I kind of feel the same way about you all that I did about them. So it was mine. I created it and I can use it wherever I want to use it. So that was that. Yeah. And Chet was honorary. Chet was the father of the House of Trésor. So yeah, he's honorary Trésor around here too. So that's where that came from. And that's what it was. My house of hidden treasures. That's what it was about. So I thought it was fun. I thought it was fitting. And that's why we used that. And I like it. Clark H did a super chat and it says, thank you. Glad to see you today. Absolutely. The feeling is mutual. I'm glad to see you too. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I'm talking about Simone needs to come out of the closet. Oh, you better stop it, Regina. Cut it out. James, what are you wearing for the 25th? Oh, child. No done blue jeans in a sweatshirt or blue jeans and a t-shirt. I won't be doing nothing special. I don't go out for Christmas. I don't go out to people's houses and stuff, so I'll be at home. Hey, Chantal Lizette. What's up, baby? Good to see you. Dylan Bledsoe. Hey, I'm late. Only 10 minutes, like 9-10 minutes. We just started. So Steph. Hey, baby. Y'all done call Simone a strong stud. Y'all better cut it out. Lord have mercy. What is everyone cooking for Christmas? I can't even answer that, latte boss lady. I haven't even decided. I keep saying that I want a barbecue, but I don't know. Y'all have said I'm wearing She by Sheree. Child, I wouldn't dare. Hey, James, Tremaine is here. What's going on, Tremaine? Good to see you. Okay, what's Justin saying? Simone was like the common sense matriarch, and now she is a fool, shaming her legacy. Snap out. And she was. It's just, it's like a completely different person. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It just makes no sense. Rory did a super chat that says, I need 2 buckets of chitlins clean for Christmas. You're a hot mess. A hot mess, Rory. And speaking of hot mess, 2 buckets of chitlin. Hot mess. I'm doing see, that's what I said I didn't want Christmas food. Here I'm actually today I'm mashed potatoes, turkey wings, gravy, and onions, and some damn greens today. So I don't want no Christmas shit for Christmas. 155 Linden, I am live. I am. Ooh, hey, y'all. I'm late for the house meeting, but I'm here. Come on now. Runaway Ira. That sounds excellent. Yeah, I'm like, child, I was just all in the mood for that stuff. For Thanksgiving, I was all into it. But, child, I eat like that all the time. Whenever I get that mode going. I don't generally make a whole turkey, but I'll do turkey wings in a minute. We always have a fish fry for Christmas. Hey, that's cool. But I know you can't eat fish. I know I would be sitting there salivating, honey, wanting to eat it. So damn good. James, would you say you're the sort of person to punish yourself for making a mistake or being petty? Because I am. Oh, no, I don't punish myself, child. I revels in my petty, honey. I will sit down in my petty, honey, and cross my legs and sure will. Tamisha Godfrey, we do a fish fry on New Year's Day. That works too. Dory Reed, hey, how are you, baby? Thank you for being here. Miss Carolyn Alexander, I see you, baby. How are you? Betty White. You said who gonna check her, babe? I like doing the fish fry for New Year's. I go low key on Christmas lately. Get a veggie tray and meat tray and lots of munchies and pick all day. See, that's what that works because on Christmas, generally whoever did the cooking is just tired, don't remember shit that went on Christmas. Between toys and putting shit together and cooking, child, you be tired as hell. I don't really know about the Kanye and Drake thing. I don't even have any idea what's going on with that. Drake's another one. When I see him, I kind of swipe left. I don't really pay him a whole lot of attention. He cute though, but I don't pay him much, man. New Year's will be ham, greens, stewed tomatoes, and black-eyed peas. Okay, come on now. Jay's my son Leonardo says hello, mommy's favorite YouTuber. Oh, hey Leonardo, how are you? Merry Christmas to you. It's coming up real soon. Real soon. About 11 days. James, I'm going to university in 9 months. Halfway across the country. Do you have any advice for me? Keep in mind I'm estranged from my parents and I already live on my own. Child, do you? Just be careful. Pay attention to your surroundings. But you should do that anyway. Pay attention to your surroundings and just enjoy it, honey. Take it all in. Take it all in and live. Never get these times back. So, child, live. We usually eat, is that gumbo on Christmas and crab legs? Wait a minute. Okay, well, where's my mouse? Mouse is doing the most. That'll shut itself off. Okay. James, what do you think of all these YouTube beefs? I don't follow them all, Lisa, so I don't really know. Like, a lot of the people that are beefing these newer YouTubers, I don't really know them. I don't follow them, so I don't really know what their beefs are all about. I just see them fussing, and I'm just like, okay. And I just kind of just try to mind my business. I was kind of minding my business. Oh, God, Kanye accused Drake of threatening the family. That's a mess. Is Deborah Cox too old to be showing her nips in a dress? It didn't bother me. Hell no. Deborah Cox is sharp as shit. Deborah sharp. So, now those crab legs sound good. Okay. We do a lasagna and Cajun spaghetti. That sounds good. Uncle James, what's your New Year's resolution? I didn't actually even give it a whole lot of thought yet. I just have things that I know I want to do in the new year. But I haven't really thought of it on the lines of resolution because it's going to go down. So I ain't got to keep beating myself up about it. It's going to go down. I'm going to be doing some traveling. So I'll be doing some moving around and more performing next year. James, have you ever had bad soul food by a family member but felt obligated to eat it? Absolutely not, Justin, because I don't eat. When food ain't right, I don't eat it. And I tell people that all the time. If I make something and you don't like it, don't eat it. Because if I come to your house and I don't like it, I ain't eating it. I'm not eating it. I'm not doing it. So, no, not at all. Hey, are you excited for All Stars 4? Not as much, Quan, as I was. I'm ready to get on with it because we already know before we even get started, I'm Team Latrice Royale before we even get started. So not as hyped up as I was, but I'm like, okay, cool. Come on with it. Let's go. Let's see. Do you shop for your boys or give them money? Well, that kind of thing. They're in that transition. They're not little anymore. I always shopped for them before, but they're not little anymore. They're 12 and 15, so you don't have to go shopping for their toys and stuff. We're eating green beans, potatoes, ham, chicken, corn, you name it. Okay, come on now. DC Kool-Aid and Lisa, what's up? How are you two doing? Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. You have to check anything you get from Sheree Whitfield for mold. I guess when it takes 10 years to build a house, you expect mold. You need to stop, Audrey. Lord have mercy. Y'all terrible. AR Stringer, what is going on with yourself? Yeah, he's still screaming over there. It's almost Capricorn season. Yes, God. James, have you watched the last season of How to Get Away with Murder? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I was watching it as it was playing. Yes, indeed. And RK was on there. My little boy to play RK from Having Have Nights. I was Having Have Nots. I was right there, peeled, stuck to the front of the television. Let's see. I saw Claudia Jordan in here too. What's going on? They laughed my ass off at the shade. This will be my first time not getting home to Memphis. Oh, wow. Let's see. James, should I sleep with my longtime friend of 8 years for Christmas? He wants to gift me some Christmas cheer this year. That's absolutely up to you. That's up to you. Is it worth it? Is it going to take place and then go away? Or is it going to end up being a problem? If it's going to be just for Christmas and that's it, and then on the 26th, everything go back to normal, that's fine. But if on New Year's his ass will be hanging by the door talking crazy, then no. I made a Cajun pasta with crawfish tails and it came out really good. You guys should try it. Okay. What are your thoughts on Funky Dineva's video? Trans women versus cisgender women. Fist fight. Could it be fair? It shouldn't be going on. So fair or not, there's no such thing as a fair fight. So let's just knock that right out. There's no such thing as a fair fight. A fight, if you're in a fight and you fighting fair, you're wasting your time and you're going to get fucked up. Especially if I'm involved. This is no fair fight. But that should not be going on at all. It shouldn't even be taking place. Keep your damn hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. And that's it. I mean, that's easy. That's a whole easy thing to avoid. Don't hit them. Don't hit them. Don't hit the trans girls. They're going to fuck you up. I'm telling you. Y'all ain't no need to even have a whole conversation and be battling with each other about it. I'm telling you, if you all go and hit these trans women, they're going to beat your ass. That's just, and I think it's no different. If you have to stop yourself and think a minute about hauling off and hitting a gay man, which you should be stopping yourself and thinking about it like, okay, if I hit him, he gonna fuck me up. Or if you think you a bad bitch and you can fuck him up, then go for it. But it's the same thing with a transgender woman, because you know that at the end of the day, when you want to have your way, you're going to put it out there that you see him as a man, and a man shouldn't be hitting a woman, so you shouldn't be hitting them. You should not be hitting them. Leave it alone. This is very easy to leave alone. But see, people are not going to do that. There are people who are going to play the game. They're going to jump on these trans girls. And when they stomp their ass out, then it's going to be a whole issue. And it's going to be, but that's a man. And a child, damn all of that. Stop hitting people. Stop it. Stop it. Quit it. Leave it alone. My favorite show on TV, love How to Get Away with Murder. I said, come on, Christmas Day, honey. I think as a result of the mess on YouTube, there's a disclaimer when you are in live chats. Child. Live chats go left. Especially when somebody in there live acting a fool. Let's see. Hey, Sassy Queen. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, James, I'm in college, majoring in social work, and after graduation, want to work with LGBTQ youth. I want to use your books as a teaching model and as references. Perfectly okay with me, Justin. That is perfect. You just keep me informed. And we'll make sure you can get them into your hands so you can do what you need to do. I have no problem with that at all. That sounds really good. Very flattering. But that's really good. And it's so funny because that was one of my brother's areas that he wanted to work with LGBTQ youth upon his graduation as well. So it's not the first I've heard of that. So that's good. That makes me happy. Let's see. AR, what is AR saying? Nothing going on here trying to finish up some Christmas decor. You still decorating, AR? Come on now. That house is going to be laid out. James, what do you think about Love and Hip Hop New York? Kimbella is so draining to watch. Lisa, Love and Hip Hop New York is always boring to me. It's always the one that I had to claw my way through. But it's the last one that I actually started. It's so funny. It's the first one that was created. It's the last one that I actually started watching. Because I wasn't watching it whenever Jim Jones and all of them were on there. I wasn't watching that. I didn't start watching Love and Hip Hop until Love and Hip Hop Atlanta came out. That's when I started watching. Let's see. First time not going home to Memphis for Christmas since moving to Texas. That was Sheila. Okay. Oh wow. Well, you know what, Sheila, you know how I feel about creating new memories. So this is your time. This is your time to create something new. You know what, AR? I messed. Somehow keep your hands to yourself, the ass beating that you prevent maybe your own. And even if you can win, just don't do it. Just leave it alone. Oh, Virginia, someone thanks you for giving you some of our giving you all some of my time. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. I'm Mary Jane on deck. Someone let me roll me a blunt. Ciao. Let's see. Okay, so Team Self NYD Barry, what do you say? He's a man that will whip a woman. What does that mean? What does that mean? And I don't even understand what your point is. What does that mean? What's this conversation? See that shit there. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. That whole unnecessary conversation of now you and tell me if I'm actually reading into this wrong, you all. Am I reading into this wrong, or is this now we're attacking my character because of that conversation? Is that what that's all about? That chair is giving me life, James. Oh, thanks. Yes, I caught your live at work. Now I know I'm not doing shit tonight here. Lord have mercy. Let's see. Mary Jane. James, I knew I was shady bitch the day I played One Gotta Go. You know what? I'm in two minds at the moment because I have a show at 12 p.m. tomorrow and I hate Mr. James. Like, oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. I wish people would realize that being nice helps themselves too. Child, how about that? Let's see. You were saying keep your hands to yourself. And yes, if what's cisgender? Cisgender is born as a woman. That's all. That's all that means. It's self fucking defense. Yeah. Let's see. Adult women fighting is just distasteful. Not fond of it with men either, unless you have to defend your life or your family. Exactly. Hey, what I missed? Nothing much. Purple butterflies. Nothing too much. Let's see. I agree with you. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I just kind of knew. Like people do that whenever this conversation, because this is not the first time this came up. Whenever that subject comes up, it gets to that whole thing of you want to hit a woman, and that's why you're always calling people bitches. And no, I call people bitches because that's how I talk. But if you've ever noticed, I don't call anybody that I care for bitches. I don't do it. I don't refer to any of my friends as bitches other than, the sissies. We do that back and forth. But females that I deal with, I do not refer to them as bitches at all. I don't, a bitch, I don't do it. I don't do it. I never have. That's just something that I don't do. I don't do that. Now, if you and I go at it, I'll call you a boatload of bitches and motherfuckers. Yes, I really will. Cunts and everything else. But just on a regular, I don't speak to them that way. I usually am using queen and different things of that nature whenever I'm talking to them or to you all. I'm not, I'm always at the space. If you hit me, I'm gonna knock the shit out of you. No matter what you are, no matter what you're born as, whether you got a dick or a split. If you hit me, I'm gonna tear your ass up or go or die trying. So that's just kind of my stance. But I ain't starting no fight with no woman. I ain't going over hitting and grabbing on the wall. I don't do that. I don't do that, but I will defend myself. But I just hate when that comes up. I knew as soon as Funky started it, I was like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. You know what I mean? I was like, ugh, a mess. Trans go through a lot. They don't need people attacking them. Exactly. And vice versa. They don't need to be attacking nobody else either. Because you know, I'll tell them in a minute. Don't do that. Do not do that. Don't be picking. Because I'm not a fan of the whole, what we would call spook and trade. I'm not a fan of that stuff either. I'm not a fan of you trying to trick men into believing that you're something else. I'm not a fan of you being in men's face and being all overtly flirtatious with them. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. I'm just, you know, if you're not, well, you're a mixed company, you sit over there and do like women do. Women are pretty quiet. Women are pretty, you know, that's women are actually, you know, classy women are pretty docile. You know, that's what's so alluring about them, is that they're docile and they're gentle, and that whole thing. That's the thing that I find attractive in a woman, is all of that whole softness of a woman. So you all titties pushed out and all in somebody's face and carrying on. No, that's not a woman. That's a whore. That's a whore. And there's a place and a time for a whore. Not favorable, but there's a place and a time for a whore after you get the man. But yeah, so that's just kind of my thing. So I'm a little hard on both ends. I appreciate the topic because it's educating people about suppressed stereotypes they keep showing us in the media. This is true. That's true, Latrice. That is true. Hey, Theo, what's going on? You hit me, I'm going to hit you back. No, and that's how I was taught, y'all. And one of the biggest arguments that I ever had on YouTube, it was that subject. It was so ugly. Like my mom even got involved. I was like, oh God. That's why I was like, see, she ain't ready. She ain't ready. Because somebody attacked me and was given that my mother didn't raise me right and all that. And at that time, nobody even knew that my mother would be in the comments. And honey, she said that. And my mother gave her, look, bitch, you don't even know me. So don't be talking about me. Don't be saying a goddamn thing about me. I was like, oh, well, everybody just got introduced to patience, honey. There you go. And it was just a whole mess. But then she ended up apologizing, you know, and saying, you know, I was like, yeah, you were out of order because you just was on some fuck shit. Like, girl, calm down. Simmer down, honey. Simmer down. I'm not an orphan. I'm not an orphan. I have a mother and she be paying attention, honey. Okay, so just name the place and the time, or you know what, Claudia? Mess. I gotta drive. Okay, come on now. Pay attention to what you're doing. We got you. Oh yeah, my mother's a mess, Carmex. She child. That's why I tell y'all she ain't public ready. She ain't got no media training, honey. she don't know how to conduct herself in these YouTube streets. Not yet. 3 years in, she ain't got it yet. She not ready. It's the same way in reverse. If I hit you, I'm prepared to fight. My sex doesn't give me a pass. That's true. But isn't it just easier? It all just be so avoid, like it could just be avoided. We ain't gotta hit each other and stuff. Like, oh God, no, like come on. We can agree, and I ain't even talking about agree to disagree. We can have a disagreement and be like, you know what, bitch, I don't like you, bitch, and I ain't fucking with you. And be like, I don't care for you either, motherfucker, and walk away from, and we walk away from it and be done. But it gets to that whole other thing. Now I'll get my boyfriend. I have my boyfriend crying. I ain't scared of your motherfucking boyfriend. I am not scared of your boyfriend. You ain't even paying attention. The whole time you was arguing, I was sizing him up because I was going to hit that motherfucker first. You know what I mean? And so it just snowballs into some fuck shit. And it'd be like, and I do. It's like, child and already sized that motherfucker up. I'm going to bust him in his mouth first. So, come on. That's just a mess. It's a mess. And people don't think. People do not think. They don't think because a lot of times people think that homosexual males and trans women are afraid of males. Ain't nobody scared of them, child. We are that. We are that. Now, there are some that are. Now, there's truly some that are. There are some gays that will get to arguing and screaming and yelling with a woman, and then when the man comes into it, then it's like, there's some of them too, because you're going to take all kinds to make the world go round. But then there's another side to that too that people don't pay attention to, because people like to play on that. I had my boyfriend beat your motherfucking ass and all that kind of shit. You do realize that you're in more danger with a person that actually fears you, You go and threaten and try to bring your boyfriend into it. You know that you potentially can get your boyfriend killed. You know what I mean? That's like a whole thing. I was talking about that. We were coming back from bingo, and we were talking about families. You know how people have a family, and it's like that. Oh, don't mess with that family. That family, families that go for bad and stuff like that. I always say that's so dangerous. That's so dangerous, because you're out here and you're doing all this fuck shit, and then you got your family members who are walking around who don't even know the fuck shit that you done got into. But there's people who know your family. And you've told these people about how your family's going to jump on them and all of this. And again, you don't even realize you potentially are putting your family in harm's way. And when you have a family that goes for bad, ain't nobody giving you the chance to roll up on them. They're going to take you the fuck down. And people don't fight anymore. We ain't even got to the thing. It ain't even about a hand-to-hand combat thing anymore. People are shooting first, asking questions later, or shooting and disappearing. And that's what I was saying. That whole thing, that shit is old and tired. That shit went out in the 80s. My family, I come from a family and we gets down. Yeah, Yeah, your family's so motherfucking bad that y'all keep the Undertakers in business with y'all's badass. It's like, child, that's crazy. Crazy. Here we go. Story time. Bingo. There's a couple ladies that's on the bingo bus. They get on the bingo bus and they're always starting shit, being a part of shit on the bus. Always getting into it with somebody on the bus. I don't understand how you get into it with people on the charter bus going to bingo. When you get on the charter bus, all there is for you to do, you don't even have to pay to get on the charter bus. The bus is free. Only thing you're required to do is get up on the bus, sit your wide ass down, ride to the bingo hall, get the fuck off, go and chip the boards, lose or win, get the fuck back on the bus, sit that big old wide ass back there on that bus, and go the fuck on home. And that's it. You ain't required to talk to nobody. You ain't required to get into nothing with nobody. Yet you got these bitches that get on the bus who got all this shit and all this bravado, and they get on that bus and they start all that shit. And the first thing they do, I ain't worried about it because my sons will meet this bus and fuck up somebody. I'm like, do you realize that now the one bingo that we go to, it takes about 45 minutes to get back to the designated spot that you got on the bus. Do you know how thoroughly whipped your ass will be by the time your family gets to the bus? You'll be so motherfucking beat up by the time your family gets there on the bus. Everybody on the bus got a cell phone. Just like for real, like just seriously. Now you on the bus, starting shit, talking shit. Then somebody done went to whooping your ass on the bus. Now they done beat your half crippled, half dead ass all the way from across town back home. And then by the time you get home, they done called their people who are now at the bus stop waiting on your people. And now when we get there, you have dead and dying and beat the fuck up. And there's a motherfucking shootout or a whole big fight already at the bus. Do you see how ridiculous that is? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because who do you really believe is going to sit on a bus and wait to get back to the designated bus stop for your family to jump on now? Are you serious? Are you serious? And I said, it couldn't be me. Because at the point that you start threatening me with your family, I done already begun whooping your ass. Your family might get me when I get off the bus. But when I get to where your family is to get to me, I've been done whooped your ass so motherfucking thoroughly that whatever your family have for me, I will definitely deserve it, because they're going to have to bring you the fuck off of here in a stretcher. I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass all the way till we get to them. How about that? See what I mean? It's just so crazy. That's just crazy to me. It's easier to just sit on the bus and shut the fuck up. You know, just get on the bus and shut up. James, are you doing the sewing tutorials? I did one. Betty, did you miss that one? Because I did one. I have one out there, which is four parts. I did that, and I'll be doing more going forward. But yeah, I'll be doing more. But them videos take a long time, Betty. So they won't be popping up the way them reviews pop up. Doing that sewing tutorial took about, what, 4 or 5 days to do for that one jacket. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. There's a whole lot to go into that. But yeah, it's always something on that bus. I'm telling you, that bingo bus is a mess. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, that bingo bus shit is terrible. Okay, beat that old lady on the bus with the bus. Yeah, it's a mess. I mean, like, we're on the bus, and a lot of times they'll be on the bus. I got one good friend that be on the bus. I just love her to death, but she's like 80. She's like 80. She will just as quickly call one of them 30-year-old girl bitch, so forth and so. I'm like, oh no, sweetie. No. You can't do that. You can't do that. I said, you can't do that. James, do you have any plans for later tonight? Yeah, I'm going to bingo, Regina. I'm going to bingo. I'll be leaving y'all in about 15 minutes. I'm going to bingo. I have yeah, I'll be going to bingo. Really, bitch? There's my daughter. Hey, baby, what's up? Not on there. We say 100% turn up on the bus to bingo. But yeah, she does that, and I'm like, I always show her when little stuff happens. Like, y'all seen the video that was out this week of the ladies fighting in the casino, and how that young girl got up there and knocked that old woman. She fucked Nana up. She did not care. She says she's 80 years old. She could do it all. Exactly. And you know, people do be feeling like that, but you got to watch. People aren't raised. People have not raised their children today the same way they were raised back in the day. Some child, a 30-year-old now will get on right, Mrs. Young. She drugged Granny's ass. She rolled off that ground and gave Granny, knocked Granny's glasses and shit off. Granny that fell all on the ground and was kicking and shit. I said, now you know good well. You don't want to fall like that, girl. You be done broke your motherfucking hip. And you know what a broke hip is? It's over. You break, when the hip break, girl, get ready for the funeral. Child, a lot of old people do not make it back from a broken hip. They just don't. Hey, Jasmine Star. Hi, baby. She did a super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, but oh yeah, child. We say Mouse that I hate rude old people. But my grandmother was one. I would tell her all the time, girl, Miss Thelma. You cannot just be saying anything you want to say to people. My grandma was like, whatever. She had one of the attitudes where, like, I told her one time, I told my grandma, I said, you better stop it. I said, because they throw people in jail for some shit she did. And I said, they throw people in jail for that, and they don't give a fuck that your ass is old. They don't give a fuck. They will throw your old ass in jail, Miss Thelma. And my grandmother, she gonna say, well, I'll tell you what, motherfucker. Jail wasn't made for dogs, so let them lock me up. I don't give a damn. That was her. Always with the smart shit. Always with the smart shit. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, some of these people, you got to watch them. You got to watch her. Say, oh, yeah, your grandma's 92 and has no filter. Absolutely. And I mean, there is a point where you just be like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? But not starting shit. Don't be starting shit. My grandmother's a girl. Don't be starting shit. I tell her don't start shit. They serve dudes at the big old hall. Oh, no. No, Stefan. It would be terrible. It would be terrible. You say rest in peace, Miss Thelma. Yeah. Yeah, my grand passed. I don't know if most of y'all know that, but she passed in March. Yeah. But yeah, she's probably somewhere else start shit. Honey, somebody else telling her, Miss Thelma, girl, chill. I'll never forget. I did a story time when I was sitting on the porch out there, and she's sitting there, and the girl, she will say, oh, she'll say, girl, you done gained so much weight. I'm like, really? This is what we're doing? You better quit it. Thanks, Mary Jane. It's like, yeah, child, you can't be just saying to people that they gain weight. And my grandma will say, shit, ain't my fault. She's a side of fucking beef. Just fucking out of order. Out of order. They serve liquor down in the bingo, and those old ladies be lit and rude. Oh, no, child, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't even go to a bingo where they were serving liquor. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, Claudia, she was said the girl was a side of beef, so. And then the whole, ooh, baby, I said, really? So you're doing too much right now. You're doing too much. They serve liquor at the ones I go to. See, Roy, I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing that. My grandmother used to tell me, you used to have such a cute figure. See, grandma tried it. That's my grandmother had a friend. I used to call my god grandma. She's one of my grandma's real good friend. She used to say, you used to look so nice in your clothes. And after I got to a certain age, you know me. And I was like, and I still do. And I still the fuck do. So what are you saying? See how that works? Girl, don't just keep on doing all that. Hey, V, I'm doing good, babe. Girl, I was out in that fabric store, V, today, fighting with myself. Fighting with myself. Now, y'all know I made the blue jacket that I did the tutorial. Well, I was out looking for, because I got another piece of faux fur that's a brown, and I wanted to find a really groovy lining because I wanted to redo the jacket, but change some things up. You know what I mean? Change it up. But I wanted a real nice lining. Like I wanted like something that's like maybe like an oriental print that's like a brocade. Just something that was really nice, that really pops, that would actually show inside the hood and all of that. So I was out there looking for that. And I, had a figure in my mind that I was going to spend on the lining. Probably, about $50, $60 or so for my lining. I'm going to go there, being groovy. And I get out there and there's another piece of faux fur. And it was like this. Let me see if I could actually show y'all. Let's see. See if it'll show up on my phone. But it was so groovy. It was, I said, oh, I said, now if I redo the blue jacket in this fur, that would be so cute to me. Let me see. Wait a minute. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that real good. Can you see that? Let me see if I can do, because I did like a little video. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. We say Joggers by James Colwell. Child, no. Okay, wait a minute. See it? Isn't that groovy? Is it Shais per year? Am I saying that wrong? Shais did a super chat that said, I adore you, James. Thank you so much. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but that's how it looks like, Shais. It looks very pretty written, but I'm just wondering if I'm actually saying it right. But per year, yeah, she did super chat. Thank you very much. But yeah, I seen that and I was like, oh, shoot. So I kept looking and I was like, all right. And it looked it looked nice. It didn't have that, because that's the trick to faux fur, not getting something that looks like I laughed about my blue coat and I said it looked like bathroom rug, but it doesn't look like a bathroom rug. You know the difference. But because there was a girl child as a bingo, what was that, Wednesday? And this girl had this coat, baby. I said, oh. That for I said, girl, no, not that for the lining, Carmex. It was I saw that for, and I was like, shit, I forgot all about the lining that I was trying to do. I was like, ooh, I want to do this for to make the jacket, redo that blue jacket that I have out of that. I can see an oversized coat with a big collar. Yes. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I think I could really do this. So I kept on fighting because, like I said, I went with the intention to spend about $50, on my lining for my jacket. I have everything else. And that fabric itself was like $49.99 a yard. So I was like, oh, James, you trying it. You are trying it, because the blue jacket is in the closet out there. And I ain't even got a plan to put it on. So I couldn't make it make sense to actually, because to actually really do that, I would probably end up spending about maybe 100 and 150, almost $200 to actually do it. If I didn't get some like coupons and stuff that I could use, I could probably get it all done for maybe 150. Probably get it all done for 150. But again, I couldn't even make it make sense to spend $150 on another jacket to hang out in that cupboard that I'm not getting ready to do nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know. What's up, James? Sidebar. Did you see your girl Lettucey on the Quincy Jones tribute? I didn't, Lamone, and I have to try to catch that in the rerun because I missed it. Fran J did a super chat. This is, what are we sewing next? I'm actually going to do a top. I think I'm going to do a top. I've been playing around with some designs for a top, something that's a female top, something that's festive. I don't know exactly which direction I want to go yet, but it's going to be more of a dressy top, something that's pretty inexpensive, but that you could pair it with like a nice skirt or a nice pair of slacks and dress it up, or you could either put it with a pair of jeans and wear it to one of these holiday parties that's going to be going on. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Something very simple and find like a really nice, interesting fabric to actually do it out of. But I don't know if I want to do one shoulder or if I want to do all the way closed up. I just don't know. Just don't know. And wait, there's somebody that I wanted to respond to because she said that she really needed this today. Taylor Tennyson. I'm so happy. So happy. Yes, I'm here for that fur. Love those strange. Isn't that interesting, Claude? The way I love the way it moves. And I said, boy, you get some wind going with that. You got something going on. I really like it. I walked on it, and there's a little a girl, a really cute girl who has been working in the fabric store for a long time, and we always talk. She was like, "You got to do it. You got to get it." She's like, "I know it don't make sense right now, but you got to get it." She said, "You know, you're gonna walk back in here and get it." Did you see that hot pink gown J-Lo had on this week? It was gorgeous. You have to see it. I'll look it up, Brianna. I didn't see her, but I'll look it up. I would have to travel far and wide to find that. I realized live not too far, live not too far from a few fabric stores, but the best stores are in Manhattan. Yeah, see, see, we don't get stuff that's interesting like that very often. That's why I was like, oh, but that price, I said, oh, if I had it like that, I said, I don't know, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And I've had very like so many inquiries about my blue jacket, but I just haven't gotten to a place where I could actually even put a price on it to sell it to anybody. I think I didn't mess around and got attached to it a little bit there when I was over there making it. I don't know. We'll see. But I ain't worn it. I don't even have any plans of wearing it. I don't even have anywhere that I want to wear it to. So I don't know. Greetings to you from H-Town, James. First time having the pleasure of seeing you live. I adore you. Well, thank you, Edion. Is it Edion or Adion? I'm having a time with names today, but thank you very much. Wendy Williams wants to wear black leather leggings with a sweater tucked in. See, she's stupid. She's all right till she said tuck it in the sweater. That's a hot mess. Hot mess. Okay, let's see. Y'all have said that J-Lo got the dress from Rainbow. You better quit it. You know Miss J-Lo don't play them games. My aunt went to a comedy show with a funky looking fur. The comedian got on her and called it Belle Isle Beaver. Child, Belle Isle Beaver. That's terrible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the girl at the bingo with that red. It was terrible. It was red, and it looked like my aunt's fur. I was like, girl, that looked like it'd been under the bed, stashed away since the summer of '73. I would love to see your collection, child. I have a lot of crap, Angie, a lot of stuff. Let's see. I can't wait. You know you're gonna have that shoulder out, bitch, child. You know I love a shoulder out, but this ain't for me. This ain't for me. This is for y'all, child. Y'all know I love a shoulder out. One shoulder, one arm. You know I'll do it in a minute. Hey, Therese. Oh shoot, it's almost time for me to go. J-Lo's best friend is Leah Remini, who is sharp too. Leah Remini's sharp. She's held up really well over the years. Raphael, what's up? I still watch your story from that begging ass lady, 4 bags of child. You know Begaboo still be at the bingo begging folks. She's a mess. James, do you and Sean ever argue? What do I have to argue with him? He lives in Baltimore. I ain't arguing. Argue for what? I'd hang up. Nope. We disagree on stuff, but no, we don't do no arguing, child. And I'm 10 years older than Sean. Argue about what? Did Miss Thelma teach you how to sew? My grandmother couldn't sew. I'm the only one that sews. I was self-taught. And then I actually went to school. and learned, to take the rough edges away and learned how to do pattern drafting the proper way and different things like that. But no, I was self-taught. Hey, James and everyone. Brownstone, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Thanks for that sewing tutorial. I have a whole sewing machine and been having issues. I'm going to be doing some more stuff. I saw Jackie Ina do the tuck in the sweater with leather pants, and it was very cute. Yeah, but see, Leah, Jackie Ina is sharp. Jackie Ina ain't built like Wendy Williams. Not no kind of way. Jackie Ina's, I was ready to say something real rude. I'm going to say it. Jackie Ina's ass will make Wendy Williams a brand new Sunday face. So we're just going to leave that right there. So yeah, I could imagine that Jackie did a whole lot of shit that Wendy would love to do, but she need not try it. She need not try it. Let's see. Are you still doing Ask James? Yeah, I just got to get caught up. I need to get caught up, but yeah, I'm definitely still doing them. Thanks for the tutorial. I have. Oh, wait a minute, I did it already. James, I believe you can do it. Big and fast. Should never count yourself out. You can do it. Love. Oh, child, I definitely think there's a spot for me. There's some things that got to change with me first. The internet opens up a whole lot of stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got to get out of my area. I would never do brick and mortar or anything like that around here. And that's always been my dream. My dream is to have a real nice boutique. I would love to have a very nice boutique. I've never wanted to own a hair salon, but I've always wanted to own a very nice boutique. And I always wanted to specialize with one of a kinds. That's always been my thing. I don't really like duplicates. Even if I'm doing something, I just got to change something. Should I start my sewing with curtains first? Are they easy? Purple butterflies, it depends on what you're doing. Curtains is a lot of fabric. It's a lot of fabric. So it just depends on, you'd have to learn yourself. You have to learn yourself and what you see. I don't like making curtains. I don't like making curtains. I don't like upholstery at all. I just covered these chairs. That was the first time I've ever done that. I don't like that. Don't ever want to do it again. Just not my thing. It wasn't hard. It's just not my thing. Creatively, it did not spark anything in me. You see, I hit the like button for Jackie Ina mentioned. Oh, she's so sharp. She's so sharp. So sharp. Hi, James and everyone. Hey, Doris. Where can you get some 90s type clothing? Try your local like Goodwill and consignment stores like that, like secondhand stores. You probably can find a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe try pillows first. Yeah, people do a lot of like that, and that was something that I didn't want to do. Like I didn't want to do aprons, and I explained that in my first video. I don't want to do pillows or aprons. I wanted to do something that people could use. You know what I mean? But it just depends on what you like. Like if you want to do, and it's so funny because I had this idea because my house used to be green and white. My old house was green and white, but it was like different shades of green. And my carpet was like a marble-ish situation. My countertops had my carpet. They were a perfect match. And I wanted to, my thing in my head, I wanted to do pillows. Like I wanted a ton of pillows on my couch. My couch was white. Y'all remember my white couch. And I wanted to do a ton of pillows. But then when it came down to time to do it, I got very afraid because I said, oh my God, this couch is white. And I said, I want to do these different types of pillows in all these different shades of green. But then I thought about heat and moisture and the pillows and the fabric bleeding onto my white couch. So I never did it. So that was like the last time that I even really thought about pillows. Other than that, I never had a real use for making a pillow. That wouldn't, spark anything creative in me. Another thing with pillows, I have beaded gowns that I'm probably never going to wear again. I have tons of them, but I have like some that I know I ain't going to put on. And I always said that I would probably take those and make them into pillows. From all the bead, like use all the beading in that and make them into pillows. But other than that, just making a pillow, child, I couldn't do no video telling you how to make no video, make no pillow, because I'll be bored as hell and y'all be looking at me like, well, this is a boring ass video. Let's see. I like Wendy and her show, but her messy shit she do coming back to haunt her via her cheating husband. Well, win us some money tonight, James. Wouldn't it be nice? Now, if I go to bingo and win, I definitely will swing past the fabric store in the morning and get that fabric. Y'all know I'll be sitting down like, that ain't now don't even got to make sense because it was free money. I have an idea for you. Wait a minute. Hold on, V. Wait a minute. I have an idea for you. Will not be doing the sewing. It's your ideas. It will be outsourced. Absolutely. And now that I don't have a problem with at all. I could, like a mainstream line, I would be fine with that. I don't want to sit and sew them though. Yeah, it would definitely be outsourced work. I could definitely do that. But me actually sitting down, I would be more of if I'm going to sit down and actually stitch, it's going to be one of them and I'm going to be really going at it. Would Milan ever compete for Miss Black Universe or Universe Grand? I've thought about it, Justin. I've actually been thinking a lot about the national pageant circuit. I've actually run for, I've done prelims twice for Continental. And it's so crazy. The first, because you got to get like at least first runner up to be able to in a prelim. And I missed first runner up by 2 points once, and then I missed first runner up by 1 point. And then I just kind of never did it again after that. But I've been really thinking about the national pageant circuits a lot lately. A lot. I've been thinking about it, Justin. Yep. Because I'm really over the performance piece of it here. Like the bar circuit, I have no interest in running the bar circuit here in Pittsburgh. I just don't. But I'm not done with drag. I'm definitely not done with drag. I love the art. And I haven't gotten old. Like I always say, I don't want to be no old drag queen, old and tired. Yeah, and I mean not old as an age, just when your look deteriorates to a certain way and it's time to hang it up, I don't need to wait for people to tell me, baby, it's time to hang those pumps up. I'll know when it's like, girl, you done got too old now. Let it go. So I'm not there yet. There's still some life in me. I still got ideas for talents. I got ideas for gowns and all of that. So yeah, I've been thinking about national pageants a lot lately. Do you have a serger? I do. I love it. Yep. And what kind is best? I have Singer. And I generally use my serger really for seam finishes. I have always been talented, but 5 years now I realize God has given me the gift of sewing, and now I make most of my clothing. Exactly, and that's how it was. An accident with me, V. I had an interest. I didn't know what I wanted to do. When I went 11th grade, the summer before me going to 12th grade, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for. My mother had it all in her mind what I was going to be doing. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I bought that sewing machine literally a week after school let out. And I started teaching myself to sew. By the time I got in, after the summer was over and all of that and went through the year, I ended up making my prom date's gown. So it was like, it just kind of everything fell in place. I learned like this. I just started doing it and shit was just rolling together. And then it just kind of started piecing all things that I had been doing my whole life. Just started falling in there like, oh, well, this is why I was doing this. Oh, well, that's why I was doing it. Oh, this is why I like this. Now I know what this is all about. It It just was a natural progression that happened over a 1-year period. And I just got real good real fast. Like I said, I made Christy's gown, and we were really good friends, and she didn't care. She's like, hit it. It didn't make no difference. She let me pick the colors, the gown and everything. And she was built like a brick shit house. So it was just like, I just could go. And she was clean, clean, clean. And right after that, I graduated, went to the prom and all that stuff. And then I was asked to do a fashion show for Community Day. And that's when I did my very first showing, was Community Day that summer, the summer that after I graduated from high school. So it just, and I had clients. I'd like had clients just lined up. I was sewing all kind of stuff. And that's what my grandmother and my aunts and stuff were hanging out real tough back then. They were hanging, and they would go to all kind of cabarets and stuff. So I was constantly sewing, and I was constantly getting to design and stuff. And that's a whole nother story. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm going to get off. But I'll have to tell you guys the story of how I was in my learning process. And of course, my family did what my family does. They took advantage of it. But in the end, we know who won. But I'll tell the story another time. But it is 6 o'clock, so I have to go because I got to do some things. I got to stop past my mom's house before I get to the bingo and all of that. Don't use patterns either. Oh, no, girl. I still buy patterns, but I usually just take them and rip them apart. I just be being lazy. I would be lazy. I take them and I end up doing other stuff. I have tons and tons of patterns, but child, I don't never do exactly what's on the thing. It saves me time. Don't forget to like the video. Oh, God, Regina. Good luck, and bigger. Thank y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to win some money. Maybe I'll win some money, and then I'll be y'all. I'll go live from the fabric store. I've been saying, this is James filming live down to the fabric store, getting the goddamn kit for the coat. Anyway, all right, you guys. I will see you guys soon. Later. Thank y'all for coming on. I'll be on again before this weekend's over. I'll be on live again before the weekend is over. And y'all know, be looking out for my Married to Medicine and my RuPaul's Drag Race review. All right, you guys. Later.